Isn't she pretty? Here's another pic. Also, check the structures that are not in focus out, that are in the background. Nice and green, huh? Well, this footage was taken on January 11th. Fast forward, and I mean fast forward, in more ways than one. This is the orchid on January 31st. I am so gutted. This is orange rot, which progressed starting from the back bulb moving through toward the front lead at such a fast clip that now, as I'm trying to remove the infected bulbs, I'm going to be left with a single bulb, which I doubt is going to make it. A single bulb, even with viable roots in the pot, I still have my doubts. I cannot tell you how upsetting this is for me. She is a wishlist orchid. I have been wanting this orchid for years. Anyway, how can this happen? Well, I call it orange rot. In actual fact, that is not a specific disease name. This is a bacterial infection thanks to the bacteria Acidovorax avenae subsp citrulli. Not that it matters here nor there, but this pathogen does not only affect orchids, it also affects a variety of other plants, house plants, you name it. The symptoms of orange rot in orchids are the discoloration of parts of the structures, starting with yellowing or orange-brown discolorations. To confirm that it is indeed a bacterial infection, the foul odor emitted due to the decomposition of plant tissue proves, of course, that we are actually dealing with a bacterial infection. That smell is something you cannot ignore. And as the infection progresses, if not addressed soon enough, the pseudobulbs may collapse, the plant will wilt and die if the infection is severe. And I consider what I'm looking at here severe. The bacteria can spread through water, especially in humid and wet conditions. Well, she was not misted, just a trickle of water here and there around the edge of the pot on occasions. It can also spread using contaminated tools, which did not happen in the case of this orchid. And of course, piercing insects like scale can also transmit bacteria. And as far as I know, this orchid has not had any of that since arriving on the patio either. Rot of any kind usually enters into a structure also due to any kind of other wound, possibly an accidental nick with a cutting tool, but that did not happen here either. So I am stumped. Even the outdoor temperatures have been agreeable for this orchid, and she has had plenty of airflow. I inspected all the bulbs closely and none showed a new wound. And the split in the second pseudobulb is not the culprit because the rot started from the oldest bulb and spread forward. When I potted this orchid up, that split in the second pseudobulb was already there and well calloused over. I saw the yellowing of the back bulb a couple of weeks ago and thought that the blooming was taking a lot of energy out of the orchid, so I cut the spike prematurely. A couple of days later, that bulb was completely yellow but still firm. I decided to watch and wait. And well, I did not have to wait long. The speed at which this rot spread to the front was scary, and yet I had to wait for a weather event to pass by because I really wanted to film this for you. Anyway, here we are. I hope that the dragon's blood is going to do the trick to fight off any pathogens that may have already entered the rhizome, even though the rhizome looks clean on both sides of the cut. This orchid was so precious to me. So, while we have the opportunity, let's cut into the pseudobulbs and check things out. And I tell you, they are tough as nails. There is no oozing, but there is the smell of decay. No surprises there then. Meh. What a huge disappointment. And I can check these pseudobulbs over and over and over again. I do not see any area that was damaged for the rot to take hold, especially when I scrutinized the oldest bulb. Is this an example of things happen? I don't know, but I do hope that some of the pointers in this video will help you see what you've got going on with your orchid. But my real hope is that you just clicked on this video because the topic interested you and you would like to support the channel with a view, for which I thank you very, very much, because I don't want you ever to have any of this going on in your collection. So thank you very, very much for watching.